Hey everybody, what's going on? Hopefully you're killing it. I had a really good day in the market today, so that's always a positive. Today we're going to talk about fast movers, ones that have moved quite a bit. They were picks on the channel earlier, just to show you the power of identifying bottoms, and some of the returns are absolutely ridiculous in very short periods of time. So let's look to see what I have in this presentation. So I call this fast movers. And I want to point something out. This is a coalition of cheetahs here. This is our portfolio. A bunch of cheetahs sitting in there. This guy, his name's SM. This one's QEP. This one's Encore Energy. We got a little Deep Yellow laying on the ground here. Goviax, he still doesn't want. He's still laying down, ready to pounce. But identified one that was practicing running. It looked pretty fast. So we might have another cheetah that we could add to the coalition potentially. And as one of the subscribers had talked about this one, so it's not for me. I just looked at the chart and said, "Wow, it looks pretty good." So I'm going to go over some oil right now. This is a long-term weekly chart on oil. I'm charting this downtrend out. We've got this massive move to the downside here, but we're tracking on up, and we're probably going to meet this line at some point, probably this summer or something. And then if we break through this, oh my God, it's going to be fireworks. So let's zoom in on this area in here, the chart. This is what the chart looks like zoomed in, and this looks very bullish to me. Whenever you have a big up day and then the small, this is on a weekly chart. Keep that in mind. These are weekly candlesticks. And see how they kind of go right kind of inside of this candle here? It's a big body with the small little pullback. Big body, small little pullback. Big body, small little pullback. It's stair-stepping higher. This looks fantastic, and it looks like the buyers are in control. So one of the things that I want to look at are oil companies, and even energy-related companies, because oil looks fantastic in terms of how bullish it is and how strong it is momentum-wise. So looking at Athabasca Oil Corp, this was one that I talked about a little earlier. This is a cup and handle pattern. I added it to the coalition portfolio, which is my portfolio. I like it very much, and it was up 9.86% today, looking very strong. Broke this cup and handle pattern. It looks great. So good job for the subscribers who recommended this. Thank you. Now this is my addition to the coalition portfolio that I just added recently. I know you guys are very interested in what I add, so I added this one. A subscriber said, "Hey, look, you should check out Callon Petroleum, CPE." I'm going to call it Cal. Cal, the cheetah, is now added to my portfolio. Look what we have here. This is coming on down. We've got a cup, and we've got a handle forming right here. And it's about to break. So I love adding these cup and handle patterns. They're very reliable. We're using this as a launch pad. So we entered in. Nice. Look at the power behind this. These big candlesticks and then the small pullback. And then the leak out of the sellers. Oh God, this looks beautiful. So you draw this thing across. It's going to break very soon. And remember how charts move or how prices move. On the left-hand side, we have these big down days all through here. I mean, it basically just fell out below 35. I think this has a good shot of getting to 35 pretty quick. So I'm liking this right here, and I think this is a very good setup. So I added some in. I did get a little aggressive, whatever, and I added to Callon Petroleum. Now here's Callon Petroleum on a daily chart, kind of zoomed in, and what we've got here is this nice big cup, and we've got the handle coming here. It might have some more work, and that's okay. I'm patient, but this is definitely a cup and handle pattern. And remember, this thing dove pretty quick down through this section right here. So I think we could probably get to 30 pretty quick. We may pause a little bit, and then I think we can get to 50 pretty quick. 40 and 50, somewhere in that range up here. So this is looking very good if oil prices go up higher. Now, the next one, I'm going to go into SM Energy. Holy crap, is that a rocket? There's a rocket on this chart because it's rocketing higher. So we've got the cup and handle pattern, and this is crazy. This is absolutely crazy, guys. we we have another cup and handle pattern. What is this? This is a cup and handle within a cup and handle. And when this thing breaks this cup and handle right here, when it breaks this guy, I think we're going to see this thing move. And I think we're going to see it move pretty quick. And the price projection here is like, man, I don't even know. On an exponential chart, I mean, this thing's in the 30s or 40s, but I don't know. I like it. I own a bunch of it. If you guys want to own it, that's up to you. But this is a cup and handle pattern within a cup and handle. So it's a cup and handle within the cup and handle, and AG also experiences this multiple cup and handle patterns. So SM's looking great. Here's I'm going to go and go over some of the cannabis stocks. I didn't recommend. I charted a bunch of cannabis stocks some months ago. I think it was probably in this area somewhere in here, like October. And then explosions happened. So this thing is far higher. This is the potential when you can identify a bottom. When you see these powerful moves and pullbacks like in here, this is a great time to pick it up and just hold on. Yeah, 2020 vision looking backwards, but for some reason, I think I've been doing a pretty good job at identifying some of these companies and really hanging on here. So Afria was one of them that I looked at. CGC, I mean, just absolute domination. Tilray was another one. It broke, and I think it was somewhere in the $7 range. Aurora Cannabis, look at this. This is breaking out right now of this chart pattern. It may pull back a little bit, but this is fantastic if you want to enter. ACB actually looks very good if you guys like ACB. It's right here. It's ready to roll. I'm going to go into First Majestic. I know a lot of people own First Majestic. You draw a line across. You've got a cup, a handle. It broke to the upside. It's pulling back. What do we do on back tests? We buy the back test. So this thing's back testing. It's contracting down where the buyers are starting to equal the sellers. So I think this looks pretty good to actually add into. If you guys like AG, just dribble in some money if you like it. Again, financial education, that's what I would be doing. Global Atomic, here's one. I think this is looking excellent. We've got the two big up days and then the small pullback. Bullish, piercing, engulfing. Bullish, engulfing of all the ones before it. We've got the little pullback. We might have one little down day tomorrow. Maybe we have or maybe we have it kind of opens down and then bullish engulfing pattern or something. But I think this one's looking pretty good, Global Atomic, just because of this bullish engulfing of all the stuff before it, and then the small pullback after. Now, Standard Uranium, this one's looking very good. We've got a downtrend line that was broken. That's step one. Step one's breaking it. Step two is a higher low, so we have a higher low. Step three is to break this. And then we've got the bullish engulfing, and then we got another bullish engulfing. This looks excellent to continue higher. I would very much be a buyer down here for Standard Uranium. Next is Encore Energy. I got to keep coming back to it. I don't know if we're going to pull back a little bit before we take off or if this thing's going to go for it and try to punch through here. But what I see is bullish engulfing, bullish engulfing, bullish engulfing. I mean, this thing, it looks good. Here, it does look like it may pull back just a little bit, like we'll have a small down day, and then boom, some sort of launch is coming. I just feel like this thing's going to launch. By looking at the chart, I'd be going long or adding into this. I added into it on our hypothetical portfolio, but this thing's looking excellent. Base load. This thing's starting to slow down on its descent downward. We might still have a little bit more time going sideways, but I think adding a little bit here might be okay. So maybe you add, cost average in just a little bit. I think that's what I would be doing. That's what I did on the hypothetical portfolio. And this is kind of like a cup and a handle forming, possibly a little mutated one. But remember, I'm always looking for these chart patterns, but it looks pretty good to eventually turn around. It may take a little bit of time. Fission, is this a cup and handle here too? I mean, geez, I'm just seeing these cup and handles everywhere. The lead in, the cup, and then it looks like we're trying to put in a handle. It looks like some sort of handle it's trying to put in. It's not obviously complete yet, but I like buying on stuff like this. I'm overly aggressive, so whatever it is. And here is the cup and handle pattern with a cheetah on it. How about that? That looks pretty awesome. That's the chart pattern with the cheetah on it. So those are the ones that I like. The CPE looks really good. Callan, but good old Cal, CPE ticker symbol. Thanks for the subscriber for putting that in the comments section, because I usually do a lot of the charts. I didn't do a deep dive into the fundamentals of Calhan Petroleum or Callan. So I don't know the fundamentals. I'm willing to bet just by looking at the chart and by looking at the price of oil that it's a higher cost producer. And when the prices rise above 55, 60, this thing's probably going to go berserk or something like that. So that's my guess. It's probably a higher cost producer, probably has some debt. They drove it into the ground, and now it's finally resurrecting from death or near death experience now that oil prices are getting higher. If you guys like this content, subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up, leave comments below if you guys have any questions, and thank you for listening. This is Finding Value.